All right, Shalom, Akim. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rukah Kodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, peace and safety to the elect. All right, now I'm watching the video of the apostles on the highways and byways today, January 6, 2018. And the spirit just hit me. I was, it's a guy out here, and he just coming in a totally a wrong spirit. And this is more so not to really pick on him because I don't know this guy, but it's a exhortation to the young fruit that may be on the other side of the camp or just fresh in the camp, trying to come into the camp, man. What you're going to see here is the wrong spirit, man. All right. You got to remember, consider when you come down to these camps, you coming before the altar of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right. And the sacrifice that you're bringing to the altar is yourself. So you have to be careful what you sacrifice to the Lord, man. What you're doing when you come before these camps, man. These are holy men where the Spirit of the Lord is working through. And when you come to these camps, you come before the altar of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right. So the best thing you can do is close your mouth and listen. Take notes. Follow the scriptures. And then ask a sincere question when the Spirit move on you, man. But trying to match and the apostles and the elders, and you trying to show that I'm not a bitch, and you trying to show brothers that I'm tough and like y'all, and I ain't no bitch, and I'm not scared of the man. You coming in total wrong spirit, man. And I'm doing this as an exhortation or admonishment to fresh fruit that may be on the other side of the camp or that may be fresh in this camp, man. You got to know how to move with this thing, man. So I'm gonna play this video.
You gotta wait. Yeah, you gotta be patient. You gotta wait for your call. You want to join GMS? How do you know that might not destroy you?
So what if it's
all right, you say that now.
I'm not a pussy.
Yeah, well, you say that now. You just talking.
Hold on, wait. What do you mean by you're not a pussy?
I'll get killed for you guys.
First of all, you went off because we're nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
It goes beyond us. Yeah, it's about the Most High, man.
That's right.
Cursed be the man that
trusted in man.
Hey, cursed be the man that trusts in man.
Totally right.
You gotta trust in the Most High.
Got the wrong spirit on.
But then you gotta wait. You gotta have patience.
You gotta be humble, man.
You gotta be humble.
Hey, you know what, man? Yo, you could walk down the street, man.
It's time for
you could walk down the street, my man.
No, let him stay. Let him stay.
You see that? And then he went off, even more, calling the elders assholes and things of that nature. But that's a prime example of how not to be in the camp, man. All right? Just come down and be in the spirit, man. So I'm going to get a couple scriptures. I ain't going to be too long. I just wanted to use this as an example of how men should be carrying themselves when you come to the camps. And the apostles and elders and the other brothers, they know how you're supposed to move in the spirit, too, when you come out to the camp. So don't think it's nothing new, man. All right? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be ready to hear, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. All right? So your mind state when you go down to a camp is to just listen. Soak in the spirit, man. All right? That's when you come down to the camp for the first time, you really wet behind the ears, man. You don't have any experience doing this labor. You don't really know what this thing is really about. You've never really stood before the world and professed the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So the best thing that you can do is be quiet and soak up the spirit and watch how the brothers move. Be ready to hear, man. That's why you have two ears. It says then to give the sacrifice of fools. And what this man did, I don't know him personally, but he gave a sacrifice of a fool. And what was his sacrifice? What he uttered out of his mouth, which is madness, and that was actually an evil act. That's what you call sin. You don't sacrifice an unclean thing in the altar of the Lord, man. And he was coming in the total obsolete or contrary spirit, which is the word I was looking for, man. It says, for they consider not that they do evil. See, he wasn't even being considerate that what he was doing was evil, man. And the Akim bought it out. The brother bought it out on the highways and byways. But I just wanted to revisit the point of how the camps are the altar and you are the sacrifice, man. All right. It says, Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. So when you come to the house of the Most High, we'll find out what the house of the Most High. It's the camps, man. All right. When you come to the house of the Most High, He's telling you, be not rash with your mouth, man. Watch what you uttering in before the church, man, because that's actually sanctified turf right there. So you got to be careful what you sacrifice and what you say out your mouth, and when you say it. Don't come and thinking that this is a you got to match the brothers, man. That's out there. No, man, just fall in your rightful position. You don't have to show brothers nothing, man. Just be sincere and listen. All right. Now this is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. All right. So your body is the sacrifice. That's what you actually give into Yahweh Shema Shai in order for him to use you in the labor. You're basically telling the Lord, I sacrifice myself to your ministry. And that's when the Lord puts the spirit on you to do the work. All right. To do the videos, to study, to catch the hell, because you actually giving your body to the Lord as a sacrifice, and He's taking over your spirit. So you got to be careful not to come up against that, man. And let it be a good, pure sacrifice. That was a sacrifice of a fool, man. That could very well cost him his life. You know, it says, present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. All right. So the mind frame that he should have is just to be a laborer, man. A young man that's in the faith that just want to serve Yahweh by Shema Shai. And whenever the Spirit allowed me to come into the camp, you come into the camp when the Spirit open it up. Other than that, be patient, and wait for your calling. Wait for the Spirit to bring you in. Don't force the Spirit, man. Because like Apostle Gabar said in the video, he said, how do you know that this truth won't destroy you? You got to be built up, man. You got to be ready for this, man. And that right there showed that he ain't ready. He's not ready to come into anybody's camp. And for the young fruit out there that's on the other side of the camp, look at that as a poor example, man, of how to present yourself before the Most High. That was some bull crap. That was an unclean sacrifice, man. All right, I'm gonna go to just to prove the point that I was saying that the camps are the altars, the buildings. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 9. It says, "For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry, ye are the Most High's building." All right. So the brotherhood, okay, the camps, that is the altar of Yahweh by Shema Shai, man. And you gotta learn to chill out when you out there, man. Just chill out, man. Let the Spirit flow. Don't try to force your way into anything. Don't try to force your way into speaking. Here it is, you 2 weeks in the camp, speaking over the elder brother in your camp head, and the other brothers that's been around. You trying to overtalk them, man. Just bugging out in the spirit, man. Trying to do too much. So understand that when we come before these camps, we come before the Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? That is when you officially present yourself, man. And a lot of these people have presented themselves before the camps as unclean and unfit beings. And they're going to receive judgment. All right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 32, verse 14. It says, "Whoso feareth the Lord will receive his discipline, and they that seek him early shall find favor." This guy don't fear the Lord, man. He said he's not scared of martial law. He don't fear the famine. He don't fear none of those things to come. You supposed to be fearing the day of Yahweh Ba Shema Shai. It tell you that in Amos the 5th chapter, starting at the 18th verse. Woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord. Well, who do you think you are, man? You're supposed to be using this time frame to get ready for that. That's Jake being the wrong spirit. The wrong spirit, man. And you young brothers use that as an example of how not to be, man. All right, it says, and I'm going to continue in verse 14. It says, "And they that seek him early shall find favor." He didn't find favor. That's why he got rejected in the spirit, man. That was a piss poor example of how to carry yourself, man, in front of the holy prophets, man. Back in the ancient world, when the prophets, certain cities the prophets would come to, they would be scared, man. Like during the time of Samuel. They asked Samuel, did he come for good or evil, man? But men be coming before the holy prophets, just uttering anything out their mouth, not considering that's gonna cause them to get put to death, man. So I'm gonna get one more scripture and I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 23, verse 7. It says, "Hear, O ye children, the discipline of the mouth. He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips," man. Just chill out, man. All right? This is not a competition, man. This is not American Idol. You know? This is a sincere labor that we're involved with. All right? This is not a game. It's not a joke. Take it serious, man. This is your calling, man. When you come to these camps, you know, that's your official calling to see if you can receive some salvation. So you got to take your salvation serious, man. This dude you can look at this, man. He was not taking his salvation serious, man.
You gotta be quiet now.
I got a precept.
Rule number 1, you got to be
I
quiet.
have a precept. Can I read this precept
Keep
right
thy
quick?
foot. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 5:1. Get that.
Right now.
Ecclesiastes 5:1. Is that what you get? Hold up, bro. Is that what you get?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Okay, all right. There.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5. This is
Hold up. When you join the Great Millstone Camp, you know you got to come in as a teacher, right? When you
I am a teacher.
Proud.
Okay, so you know all the scriptures? There you go. There you go. There you go, son.
Proud.
Yeah, you must have did some powerful narcotic before you came out here, man.
Proud as hell, man.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
That right there, you should fear doing some crap like that, man. Most I could put you to death for stuff like that, man. All right? So I'm gonna close it out. I just wanted to put that out there just as an exhortation. Don't come in that spirit, man. All right, I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and safety to the elect men, women, and children. Shalom.